Elle est réveillée maintenant.
Merci, ma sœur. How are you feeling now, my child?
Don't quite know. All right, I guess. What is this place?
The hospital of the Little Sisters in Tunis.
Well, how on earth did I get here?
You were hurt in a bombing. Oh, nothing serious. Just a little concussion. Oh, it's all right. These are ours.
Ours?
The RAF. Dieu merci.
Then it's all over?
Those planes are taking part in a victory parade.
I wish she could be down there with them.
What is his name?
Thurston. Alan Thurston. He had a lot to do with all that. I think...
Why do you think that?
I'm sure he'd have found me somehow, if he were alive.
But nobody knows where you are. We don't even know your name.
Susan Ann Foster.
From New York?
No, Kansas. Why?
These New York paper cutting we found in your bag.
A tribute to secrecy. General Eisenhower has said that but for the secret mission of General Mark Clark and his fellow officers, when they conferred with friendly French officers in a lonely house on the North African coast, the subsequent military landings could not have been effected without a much heavier loss of lives. That was the beginning of all that.
You know something about it?
Quite a lot.
Perhaps you'd like to tell me.
Started in Biskra.
You lived there?
I was staying there with my aunt. She's married to a Frenchman, Duret, the sculptor. When he left France, they set up a studio in Biskra. I used to like working in it. I remember I was modeling a head.
Pardon, mademoiselle, but since it rains, I think I should go to the house of Dr. Craig with these things for Madame and Monsieur Duret.
Okay, Ahmed.
Mademoiselle will be alone in the house.
That's all right.
I beg your pardon?
If you move, I'll shoot.
In that case, I won't move.
Put that money down.
Look, I'm frightfully sorry. I've got to get away. I'm being searched for.
I'm sure you are. I said put that money down. I'm not fooling.
Perhaps I better introduce myself. Alan Thurston, 17th Lancers, 8th Army.
Aren't you a little off your bearings?
I certainly am. Dorothy got knocked out way back at Knightsbridge.
Dorothy?
Dorothy Lamour. My tank.
How interesting. And now I'll phone the police.
I was on my way to Italy in a prison ship. But our fellows gave her a plastering and she had to put into Algiers. I got away.
Is that true?
You've only got my word for it. I had a hideout in Algiers. But that's another story. Anyhow, the French police nabbed me, brought me here, and shoved me in a ruddy great fort. I've just escaped.
Do you know, I think I believe you.
That's decent of you.
You wouldn't be flattered if you knew the reason why.
All right, I'll buy. Why?
No one but a British should be seen dead in such a darn silly mustache.
I thought everything bigger and better came from America.
Now listen.
Do you mind if I listen sitting down, or are you going to sing the Star-Spangled Banner?
You're all in. Have they been treating you badly?
No, not much. That's thoughtful of somebody.
Oh, surely the French authorities wouldn't harm an interned British officer.
It isn't entirely a matter for the French. Dr. Muller comes into it.
Well, who's he?
The Herr Doctor is a prominent member of the Armistice Commission. He is here to promote cultural relations between the Germans and the French. The German idea of making a fellow talk is to forget to feed him and then let him watch someone else having a jolly good meal.
Nice people. Here, I'll get you something to eat.
No, thanks. I'd better go easy at first. I would appreciate a cigarette.
I've only got American cigarettes. Do you deign to smoke those?
Sister, I think they're swell. So you're Duré's American niece, eh?
Yes.
From Kansas City.
How do you know that?
And news gets around, even in prison.
Say, what did you come here for? To find me?
Well, to begin with, I've got to bribe my way to Algiers. That takes money.
You're crazy. You haven't a chance.
Ouvrez au nom de la loi!
So it appears. Hounds have found scent. What does the fox do? Make a break or go to earth?
He goes to Earth. Come on.
I'll bring an escaped prisoner as a criminal offense. Muller won't let you off lightly.
Get in there, old school tie. Here, take this. You might need it.
Okay, Toots.
Si vous n'ouvrez pas cette porte de suite, je la défoncerai. Mademoiselle, il faut absolument que nous fassions une perquisition. Un criminel dangereux est en liberté et nous avons raison de croire qu'il est venu ici.
Will you speak more slowly? Je ne comprends pas.
We wish to search your house. A prisoner has escaped.
Well, there's nobody here but me.
It is possible you are mistaken. Pardon.
You can't do this. I'll complain to the authorities.
This is the house of Monsieur Duré, and Monsieur Duré is a Frenchman.
And Madame Duret is an American.
Even so, Monsieur Duré is a Frenchman. He will make it our search. Follow me.
You can't get away with this.
Mademoiselle.
I quite agree. They can't get away with it. Entrez au fort, tout de suite.
Garde à vous. En avant, marche. Demi-tour à gauche.
You were quite right, Miss Foster. Please accept my sincere apologies.
Well, thank you very much, Mr.
I'm Dr. Müller. What a charming house. I admire Monsieur Duré's work intensely.
I guess you thought I was behaving like an idiot.
Not at all.
I'm afraid I lost my temper with the sergeant.
The French can be annoying. They get so excited without any reason.
Yes, but I can't imagine why they picked on this house.
Oh, well, it's not unnatural. The prisoner has escaped, and they feel it their duty to recapture him. No doubt he was hungry. You've had your supper, I see.
No. Now, that was my aunt's. She had a glass of milk before she went out.
Oh, and she's been out for some time?
All evening.
Oh.
Why?
Oh, nothing. The rim of the glass is still wet. In this atmosphere, it would be dry within a few minutes.
How very clever of you to think of that.
Oh, not at all. It just occurred to me that the fellow might have come here without your knowledge.
No, thank you.
You were upstairs when the soldiers knocked?
Yes.
I thought so. You took so long to answer the door. Would it be impertinent to ask you what lipstick you use?
Not at all. It's called New York.
Ah.
Why, do you want some for your wife?
Oh, no. I'm not married.
In any case, German women despise such things, don't they?
I know so little about women. For instance, I had the childish idea that lipstick always left a mark on the end of a cigarette.
So it does. But when I was smoking that cigarette, I wasn't wearing lipstick.
I see. You applied it later.
Well, how was I to know who was at the door?
Which would also account for your delay in answering.
Of course.
Of course. Thank you for receiving me.
And you for repelling the invasion.
Miss Foster, a word of advice.
Yes?
It is dangerous to meddle in something you know nothing about.
Such as?
Politics.
I've no intention of doing so.
Good.
As a matter of fact, I'm leaving tomorrow for Algiers.
For Algiers?
To arrange a passage home.
Ah. Then if we meet again, it will probably be in your United States. After the peace.
German peace?
World peace. It's the same thing. Auf Wiedersehen.
Care to join me?
Thanks, I will. Coping with the hair doctor's given me an appetite.
On me, it generally has the reverse effect. However, are you serious about going back to the States?
Yes. I'm going to join the WACS,
The what?
the Women's Army Auxiliary Corps.
Oh,
I want to get in this war.
that would interest the Herr Doctor.
I handled him rather well. Don't you think?
Didn't fool him for a minute. Oh, but it's all right. He doesn't want to catch me. He just wants to follow me.
Follow you? Where?
To Algiers.
But why?
I got a pincer camera.
A camera? Whose camera?
Listen. That hideout of mine in Algiers, I shared with a fellow countryman of yours, Tex Murray.
Never heard of him.
No, not likely to. He's dead. But before he died, he hid this camera in Maritza's flat.
Maritza the actress?
Yes. He made me promise to get hold of the thing and chuck it away.
But why all this fuss about a camera?
It isn't the camera, it's what's in it. Apparently it was used by one of Muller's men to photograph a map belonging to us. Not just an ordinary map, something very special.
Fortifications, maybe?
No, it's just a deserted stretch of coastline. Nothing there except a lonely-looking house.
Oh, that doesn't sound very important.
According to Murray, it's the most vital thing that ever happened to your country. And mine. Anyway, he managed to swipe the thing from Muller's man. Then he slipped up. He called on his girlfriend.
Maritza?
Yep. Then something must have happened. He discovered they were onto him and dumped the camera in Maritza's bureau.
And Maritza?
Now, she doesn't know anything about it. If she did, she'd sell it to Muller. She'd sell her own grandmother.
So Muller doesn't know where it is?
No, but he knows I do. And he hopes I'll lead him to it.
Well, how are you going to get around that?
Well, if I could trail Muller along, someone else might get the camera.
Nothing doing. I'm not getting mixed up in any funny business.
It's a damn serious business. More serious than you know.
Well, who do you think I am? Matter Harry?
Said you wanted to get into the war, didn't you?
I do want to get into the war. But I'll get into it my own way.
I know, the easy way. Put on a smart uniform and flirt with the officers.
That's not so. I'll wash dishes and scrub floors. Well, what's the use of standing up against a wall and getting shot?
Okay, Kansas, pull your chin in. No one's going to shoot you. Go on home to your wax. I better get going.
Well, let me give you a piece of parting advice. If you're being followed, shave off that mustache. That'd show you up a mile away.
Pity, I'm getting rather attached to it. I'd kiss you for another of those Yankee cigarettes.
Not with that, you wouldn't. I'll get your packet. For nothing. Contact me, Cafe Tugu. Consider yourself kissed. The impudence of the man. It sounded so fantastic. And yet, strange things happen in a world at war. Vital, he called it. Vital to England and to my own United States. I had a hunch that Thurston could be trusted. So next day, when I traveled to Algiers...
Pardon, madame. Suzanne!
Henri Delange, of all people.
You hear? What luck. Together we shall paint the town pink.
You mean red?
Oh, I do not care. We shall paint it something.
Well, we'll have to be quick about it, because I'm only here to fix up my reservations.
Reservations? Not for America.
I'm going home to join up.
Oh, yes. You are the lucky one. Here we wait. Tonight we dine at the Mediterranean.
I don't think I can make it only.
Oh, but you must. You cannot walk out of my life without one grand farewell. Please.
Okay, then. Tonight at 8 o'clock.
I shall be waiting. The little Bosch is watching you or me?
He's been on the train all the way from Biskra. Maybe he's trying to protect me from young and charming French officers.
Oh, in that case, I shall return the compliment and protect you from fat little German pigs. Come on.
Oh, I can manage, Henri. Besides, look at his nibs. I think he's getting impatient.
Mon Dieu, I'd forgotten all about him. Porter, until tonight, then.
Hotel Mediterranean.
Oui, madame.
Pas Hotel Mediterranean, Hotel de France.
Hotel de France?
Hotel de France. Nationality, permanent address, date of arrival.
And now your signature, if you please, mademoiselle.
Have my bags taken to my room, will you? I'm going out.
Service, mademoiselle.
Madame Maritza, please.
Madame is not at home.
Oh. Will she be long?
Who can say?
Look, I want to see Madame about modeling her head.
Mademoiselle is an artist.
That's right. And I haven't much time because I'm going back to America soon. Do you think I could wait for Madame?
Come in. Be very quiet, please. The Colonel is asleep.
The Colonel? What, in there?
No, in the bedroom.
Big shot, huh?
Colonel von Alva is chief of the German Armistice Commission. Madame is deeply fond of him.
And Madame Maritza wouldn't want him to be disturbed.
Not by a lady who's young and pretty.
I get it. Madame would also be disturbed.
Violently. Believe me, mademoiselle, I know. So you will keep quiet.
Don't worry, I will.
Was wollen Sie hier?
I don't understand you.
Ah, English.
No?
No. Oh, yes, American.
You must be a connoisseur.
The English women, they have the beautiful skin. The French women, they have the beautiful warm temperament. But the American women...
But don't tell me, let me guess.
Wunderbar.
What about the German women?
Ah, furchtbar.
What you need is a prairie oyster.
Please.
Skip it. Next best thing is the hair of the dog. Here, drink this.
Thank you. You American women, as kind as you are beautiful.
Not as kind as all that. Tell Madame Maritza I'll come again.
No, do not go and leave me alone. I have so much to say to you.
For some other time. I'm in a hurry.
But you American girls are always in a hurry. No, I shall not allow you to go.
Now look here, Mr.
Call me Gottlieb.
Gottlieb.
So, kaum kenn ich den Rücken, so bringst du deine Weiber ins Haus, du Schwein.
Bitte, Liebling, du verstehst nicht.
Ich verstehe alles. Du elende Schuft, du miserabler Schützenjäger, du erbärmlicher Wicht.
That goes for me, too.
Hinaus! Ich bin fertig mit dir. Hörst du? Fertig! Geweihert! Beinkerl!
You Americano?
Yes?
Me too. Oh, boy, what a break.
Well, that's fine, isn't it?
You like to buy nice postcards? Pretty damn swell.
No, thanks.
You like photo taken? 10 francs. Pretty damn cheap. If the boyfriend.
No.
All right. Cut rate for Americano like me. 5 francs. You bet. Come clean, sister.
On your way, brother.
Vous désirez? Some coffee, please. Do you know a Mr. Thurston? Elle demande des renseignements sur Thurston.
Bonjour, mademoiselle.
Bonjour.
You're asking for Mr. Thurston, n'est-ce pas?
Yes.
Why?
Well, What do you mean, why?
Why are you asking here for Monsieur Thurston?
Because he asked me to.
Yes. When?
2 days ago?
Where?
In bit. Say, do you know him or don't you?
Perhaps yes, perhaps no.
Okay, if that's how you feel.
All the men who come here, mademoiselle, do not give us their names. And when they do, it is usually Monsieur Smith. Perhaps your Mr. Thurston to me is just another Monsieur Smith.
Oh.
Perhaps mademoiselle would describe her, Monsieur Thurston.
Well, he's... Oh, skip it.
Pardon, mademoiselle?
Doesn't matter.
But mademoiselle...
Look, I've got to find Mr. Thurston, and it's very important. I think you do know him.
Oh, mademoiselle, Mr. Thurston is not a man for you. He's searched for by the police.
Well, I know that. He's an interned officer, and he escaped.
Did he tell you that?
Well, the police are after him.
Yes, but for other reasons. Did you lend him any money? Yes, he took mine, too. But he was so charming, n'est-ce pas? Tellement gentil, tellement aimable, tellement galant. And so he persuaded me to...
Skip that. What happened next?
Oh, that is all. Now I work for him, I cook for him, I steal for him.
You steal for him? What do you steal?
Whatever he likes. He is the clever one, you understand. I merely carry out his orders.
I see. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
I'm sorry I'm late. I've been playing hide and seek. I'm hot, you know.
I certainly do know.
Did you get the camera?
Yes?
Any trouble?
No.
Thank God for that. I was mad to let you do it. It's no job for a woman.
Oh, I did all right for a beginner. I'll improve with training.
Well, I better keep moving. Hand it over, will you?
This camera's vitally important to both our countries, isn't it?
Definitely.
And you're going to develop the film or destroy it, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Well, you're wrong all the way, Mr. Stiff Upper Lip Thurston. If you think I'm going to hand it over to you, you're crazy. Why, after what I just heard, I wouldn't trust you round the corner with a phony nickel.
Yeah, hold on.
Maybe it's important and maybe it isn't. But in any case, I'm handing it straight over to the American consul. You and your no job for a woman. Why, the only job a man can do that a woman can't is grow a mustache like that one. Will you get the American consulate on the phone? I'll take the call in my room.
Certainly, mademoiselle.
Hello. Is that the consulate?
Yes.
This is Miss Susan Ann Foster speaking. Is the consul in?
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Foster. He won't be back today.
Will anyone else do? Oh, I'd rather see him personally. When will he be back?
11 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Well, will you make an appointment, please? I'll be there at 11. Right. Thank you.
Charming of you to be so punctual. And so attractive. But then each time we meet, you are more beautiful than the last. Do you not know it is bad for my heart?
The sweet thing about you is you never expect me to believe a word you say.
Tonight I shall convince you are wrong. Come, I have a table. I wish I could say the same for the food, but there are so many Bosch here, there is not enough to go round.
I had no idea there were so many.
This is the home of the Armistice Commission. Here you will see them all. You do not find it too unpleasant?
How could I find anything unpleasant tonight?
Bravo.
You see, I'm an apt pupil. You couldn't have done better yourself.
Ah, that is very unfair. You would like to dance? Suzanne, will you promise me something?
Depends what it is.
For the first time, will you promise to believe what I tell you?
If it's really true.
I love you, Suzanne. Do you believe that?
Yes, I think I do.
I've loved you for such a long time. But the war, and then today when I heard you were going back to America, I had to ask you. Suzanne, will you marry me? But you are quite fond of me, aren't you?
Oh, yes, Henri, I am.
Then you will marry me. Suzanne, is it yes?
Do you mind if we go back to our table?
Certainly. Suzanne, you seem much too interested in Madame Maritza to give me an answer.
I'm sorry, Henri.
Pardon, mon capitaine. On vous demande le téléphone. Gilbert de Rosier.
Merci. I'm called to the telephone, my headquarters. You will forgive me, yes?
Of course.
I will be back very quickly.
The young American miss who was so cruel to me this morning. May I sit down?
I'm sorry, I'm dining with a friend.
But how lucky for the friend. You must present me.
I'm sure he'd be delighted.
You must both have supper with me. We shall have lots of champagne.
I don't think that'd be very wise.
Why not? Oh, yes. I wonder if you would mind...
Excusing you? Pleasure.
madame.
Can you have a note delivered for me, please?
Avec plaisir, madame. Is it for someone in the hotel?
Yes, Captain DeLange. He's in the restaurant.
I will have it delivered immediately, madame. Porte-manteau, madame. Yes, sir.
Thanks very much.
Merci, madame.
Good night.
Bonsoir, madame.
Miss Foster, I want to work with you, please.
I'm sorry, I'm in a hurry.
Why did you come to my home this morning?
I came to ask permission to model your head. You're a famous person, you know.
I know also that you are lying.
Have it your own way.
There is something behind all this. You had better tell me the truth.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I don't want to be mixed up in politics. You understand?
Perfectly. Neither do I. Now will you excuse me, please?
Miss Foster,
Yes?
it is desired to supply some information.
Who to?
Mademoiselle will kindly step into the car.
Are you trying to arrest me?
But certainly not. We are merely asking you to accompany us to headquarters.
Well, I'm sorry. I've got an appointment in my hotel.
In that case, we will drop you there, and we will call in at headquarters on the way.
Madame Americaine. Good evening, Fräulein.
This isn't French police headquarters.
Who suggested that you were going to police headquarters?
Those men in the car?
How foolish. This is headquarters of the German Armistice Commission. We are obliged by your courtesy in visiting us. This way, please.
Rein. Thank you, Miss Foster.
Not at all.
Sit down, please. Forgive me for being so engrossed in this childish thing. I have 24 different puzzles of the map of Algeria. You see, it's an easy way of learning geography.
I adore jigsaw puzzles.
I'm sure you do. It's an excellent training for solving puzzles of a more important nature.
I hate to interrupt your pleasures, Herr Doctor. But was it to play jigsaw puzzles I was forced to come here?
Forced? Oh, these police are so enthusiastic over technical offenses.
And mine was?
Oh, just a slight misstatement on your registration form at the hotel. I'm sure we can soon put it straight. Tell me, Miss Foster, did you see your consul today about your passage?
Yes. And everything's being fixed up, thank you.
Splendid. And I suppose, like all women, you did some last-minute shopping.
I tried to. But there's nothing very much in the shops.
Then nothing exciting happened to you at all?
Nothing at all. I spent most of the day resting in my hotel.
But wasn't it exciting to dine with a man who's so much in love with you?
Captain DeLange is a very dear friend.
And yet, as you Americans say, you walked out on him.
I had a headache.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hope it's better now. What did you do with the camera?
What camera?
The one I believe you stole from Maritza's apartment.
Well, of all the foolish ideas.
It's you who are being foolish, Miss Foster.
Lassen Sie mich doch ich weiß doch nicht. Ich habe nichts ausgegangen. Ich habe nichts getan. Ich habe keine Ahnung, um was es...
I had not hoped for such an obvious recognition. You know the penalty for helping a spy?
Nein, nein. Nein, nein. Bitte, Ich habe keine Ahnung gehabt, ich versichere Ihnen. Ich habe keine Ahnung gehabt. Ich schwöre, ich bin unschuldig. Ich habe nichts Unrechtes getan.
All right, so I did visit Maritza. But this girl merely let me in. She's absolutely innocent.
She lied. That's enough.
Ich schwöre, ich werde es nie wieder tun. Nie wieder werde ich es tun. Ich bin unschuldig. Ich lasse mich doch aus. Ich habe nichts Unrechtes getan. Ich schwöre es.
Collaboration with the New Order. Isn't that what you call it?
Why did you not tell me you went to Maritza's?
It slipped my mind.
Why did you go there?
Look here, Dr. Muller. I'm an American citizen in a friendly country.
Miss Foster, you've lied to me twice. You lied that night when I came to Monsieur Duré's house. And you've lied today about every single movement you made. You don't seem to realize that you're meddling in matters far too dangerous for you. For the last time, why did you go to Maritza's apartment? I demand the truth.
And I demand to be allowed to contact the American consul.
By all means. You'll be no more successful than when you try to telephone him from your hotel. You see how useless it is to lie? You went to Maritza's to steal a camera. Do you deny that?
Yes.
From Maritza's, you went to the Café Tougou to meet an Englishman called Thurston. Now, don't deny that. I have the proprietors outside. Now, the question is, did you find the camera? And if so, did you give it to Thurston or to the charming French captain? No? Very well. We shall see. Excuse me, please.
There, Shelley, what has happened?
I've landed myself in the most awful mess.
Oh, don't you worry. I will see that you get safely out of it.
I wouldn't be too sure, Miss Foster. The French have a flair for appearing brave. Captain Delange, I've sent for you because you're a friend of this lady.
Correct. And I demand her immediate release.
She has chosen to withhold certain information. She's therefore being detained on suspicion. This also applies to her intimate friends.
You mean...
I mean, it's for the lady to decide.
Do not tell him anything on my account, Suzanne.
Hallo? Geben Sie mir den französischen Generalgouverneur von Algier. Ja. It's the duty of my department to prevent collaboration with the enemy.
Miss Foster is an American. My government is on friendly terms with America.
But mine is not. Hallo? Général Rosier, c'est Dr. Muller qui parle. J'ai ici un de vos officiers que j'ai trouvé en train de collaborer avec une espionne américaine. Capitaine Delange. Oui. Merci. Your commanding officer has placed you under arrest. He's sending an escort at once.
If you think by involving him you can force
I involved no one. You involved yourselves. We have a call to make, Miss Foster. Please come along. Hotel Mediterranee. Pity about the captain. He loses commission, of course. The true test of friendship is when we're in trouble. We like our friends to rally around then, don't we, Miss Foster? It is pleasant to observe that one of your friends is rallying round this very moment. Don't get excited. It's only Mr. Thurston. I rather expected him to be somewhere about. also has staunch friends. In fact, there's one of them waiting to pick up your Mr. Thurston when he arrives to rescue you. Friendship's a wonderful thing.
Was heißt das, Mann? Mitten in der Nacht. Oh, the American, Miss again.
Hello, Gottlieb.
Come in, come in. So you decided to accept my invitation after all. You shall have champagne too, as I promised. It's on the way.
Sagen, Herr Oberst, aber wir sind nicht auf einen gesellschaftlichen Besuch hergekommen.
Yeah, your man is fuller. This young lady speaks English.
What are you doing here?
Excuse me, madame, but our visit is of the utmost importance. I'm compelled to ask you a few questions.
Then please be brief. I'm very tired and I want to go home.
Thank you. Miss Foster, won't you sit down, please? Thank you. Would you be good enough to tell me if there was a camera in your apartment?
Camera?
Yes.
Oh, yes, of course there was, but it was not mine.
Whose was it?
I've no idea. So many friends call on me. I found it in the drawer of my bureau.
Ah. And you left it there?
Certainly. I expect the owner will come along to claim it.
I see.
What has all this to do with Mrs. Foster?
Colonel, did you see Miss Foster in Madame's apartment this morning?
Yes. She was in the drawing room.
Alone?
Alone.
Where was she standing when you first saw her?
By the bureau.
By the bureau. Now, one last question, please, Colonel. What exactly was Miss Foster doing when you discovered her by the bureau?
Hmm? Oh, she was, let's see, she was closing her handbag.
Her handbag?
Yes.
Can it be possible? Allow me, Colonel. Allô, oui? Oui? Ah, demandez-lui d'attendre. Merci. There's a gentleman downstairs asking for you, Miss Foster. That will be Mr. Thurston. Excuse me for a moment, but the reception committee might require instructions. Colonel von Alphen will look after you.
Gottlieb?
Hello, Kansas.
God!
Tribute to America.
Thurston, ich weiß nicht, Herr Doktor. Die Taxe war leer. Aber er ist doch hinter mir im Wagen gefahren. Aber das ist ganz unmöglich, Herr Doktor. Wir haben uns nicht weggerührt von dem Eingang. Alter Trottel! Aber Herr Doktor, die ganze Zeit sind wir hier gut. Nicht einen Moment haben wir uns
Unfähigkeit, haben sich die Finger schlüpfen lassen.
Doktor.
Are you Pierre?
Yes, mademoiselle. Where is Thurston?
He's on his way.
Quick inside.
C'est bon, Pierre. En avant. Vive le sport. Thanks, old man.
Pour the bush, it is a pleasure. Au revoir et bonne chance.
Au revoir. The entente is still cordial, believe me.
What now?
Now we both go to Earth. Feel like a climb? Know where you are?
The Casbah.
That's it. The haunt of vice, the lair of criminals, the hideout of every thief and murderer in Algiers. I've lived here as safely as if I were in London.
No police.
And no Dr. Muller. The Germans have respected the truth, same as the police. I suppose it suits them. Tired?
A little.
Rest a minute.
I'm sorry I behaved so badly this morning.
You behaved wonderfully. I'm the one who should be sorry for letting you in for all this.
You needn't be.
I said I should be, but I'm not.
Neither am I. We ought to be going.
All right. It's not far now. Oh, I ought to have told you.
What?
It's just a room. One room.
Oh.
There's only one bed in it.
Oh.
There's an armchair.
Oh.
And I forgot to tell you.
An old English custom.
There's a screen.
There better be.
Isolationist. Observe, madam. The screen and the bed.
Oh, mon Dieu. I thought you'd never come. You were so long that I fell asleep.
So I see.
Oh, I came to warn you, mon chéri. They have raided the cafe and have arrested Madame. You must never go there again.
I know. Thanks just the same.
Oh, you must stay here in the Casbah where they cannot find you. You will let me stay, too? Oh, please. I can do the shopping. I can take messages. I can look after you.
No, Yvette. I'm grateful to you for everything you've done, but I have a visitor. Now, be a good girl and obey orders.
Oh, Britannia, Britannia rules the waves. Britons never, never, never shall be slaves. The last thing I wanted to do is to upset your arrangements. I'm sorry.
Don't mention it. I think you'll find this bed reasonably comfortable.
Oh, please don't bother on my account. I shall be quite all right here. You dream of taking your bed.
Nevertheless, you will take it, please.
Are you giving me orders now?
If you like to call it that.
You might as well save your breath. I've every intention of remaining right here.
Where's Thurston?
Well, you can see for yourself he's not here.
Do you mean to say you've let him go out?
Well, he didn't ask my permission. I was asleep.
You might at least have made some coffee for him when he gets back.
I'll deal with that, thank you.
He likes it my way.
Okay.
And did you let him go out? Do you know that the police are watching every entrance to the Casbah, watching for Thurston? Well, if he were my man, I'd have taken his clothes away. I'd have tied him to the bed.
He's quite competent to look after himself.
Oh, if he doesn't come back, if they get him, I swear I'll set the police on you.
You love him, don't you?
I lied about him yesterday in the cafe.
Did you?
I'm sorry. None of it was true.
That's all right. Forget about it.
Oh, no, you do not understand, mademoiselle. There's no chance for me. There could never have been. Not even if I had met him back in Paris. But there it would not have mattered so much.
You were happy there.
I think everybody was happy in Paris. There, I was like you. When the Germans came, I was frightened. A man brought me here. He left me. I had no money.
I know it's not easy to live in Algiers without money.
With Thurston's different. He wants nothing from me, but he allows me to help. And if I can help a gallant soldier to return to fight the Germans, then I too have fought, n'est-ce pas, mademoiselle?
Indeed you have.
When France is France again, I shall go back. Oh, do you see this? It's exactly like the real one in Paris. Thurston gave it to me. He said, for lucky vet. And one day you will take it back to your beloved France, to the tree in the Rue Godefroy.
Tree? What tree?
Oh, you would laugh at me.
I wouldn't laugh at you, Yvette.
In the Rue Godefroy, there is a tree. When I was small, I carved my initials on it until a gendarme came and chased me away. I want to see if that tree is still there. I don't know why, but I want to see if it's still there. Thurston promised me that I might.
You love him very much, don't you?
Oh, love, mademoiselle. That is for you, not for me.
But he's not in love with me, nor I with him.
Oh, mademoiselle, where love is concerned, you can fool a man. You can perhaps fool yourself, but you cannot fool another woman.
Good morning. What's this, an armistice?
You are the crazy one. Where have you been? You know the police are searching for you everywhere.
Now, don't fuss, my puppet. Morning, Kansas. Sleep well?
Beautifully, thank you. Did you?
We won't go into that. Butter, coffee, cheese, bananas. We're good for a siege.
Well, I'm not. Look at me.
You look fine.
Well, I can't live in pajamas and an evening dress.
Shall I get you something?
Oh, yes, please.
Here you are. Allez, allez, allez. Nice kid.
Incidentally, you had us both pretty worried. Why did you go out?
I had to. I wanted to get some chemicals to develop that film. If you're going to give them to the camera. Or are you still mad at me?
No, I'm not still mad at you.
Okay, this is where we get to work. It's come out marvelously. Come and have a look at it. Look, there it is. That's the one.
Well, it's just an ordinary map. Nothing unusual about that.
See that dot?
Looks like a fly to me.
It's a house. A lonely house on a desolate stretch of coast. Now, why on earth should Muller be interested in that?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Wait a minute. I think I recognize that stretch of coast. Yes, here it is. Cap Azar.
We're off Cap Azar now. Care to take a look? You've a perfect landing beach if the breakers don't get too high.
How close can you take us?
About 400 or 500 yards.
I can see the house. We'd better report to General Clark.
A lonely house somewhere on Cap Azar. A house of mystery and brooding silence. And yet it bore an air of strange expectancy. Plans were complete. A band of gallant men, General Mark Clark, his officers, British and American, a handful of loyal French, all risking their lives to reach the rendezvous for one brief hour together. An hour in which to plan the great invasion of North Africa.
A light here can be seen 20 miles out to sea.
Yeah.
Monsieur, it is a grave responsibility. The Germans are everywhere. They search.
Yeah, they search so darn hard they miss what's under their nose. Go ahead, don't be afraid.
Afraid, monsieur? I'm not afraid of the Germans, but your brave officers and the loyal officers of France. It is for their lives, I'm afraid.
Those boys aren't worrying about it.
No sign of any light. Sure we got the right place?
That's the house, all right. Up there on the cliff. You can see the path leading up to it.
Something must have gone wrong. Signal's 4 minutes overdue.
Light up, I'll take the responsibility.
Bien, monsieur. I had no other thought, for I know that when I light this candle, I light a flame that will drive the enemy out of Africa, a flame that will be carried across the waters and across the continent of Europe to the very heart of Berlin.
There she goes! Signal light showing out, sir.
All right, Skipper, let's get going.
Attaboy. Come on, come on.
See okay to get ashore, Skipper?
We'll manage.
And so they completed the first stage of an audacious undertaking. An undertaking that Muller was determined to defeat, whatever the cost.
The boat, quick, they're outside.
Muller.
You must come away, quick.
Not a hope. Outside, Yvette.
But...
Now, don't argue. Get away while you can. Good evening, Doctor.
Good evening.
I was expecting you this time.
Good. Is the American lady expecting me too?
She left some time ago. Don't ask me to tell you where she's gone. I hate telling lies.
I'm sure you do. But I feel certain she will come back.
What makes you so certain?
No lady ever travels far without her handbag.
Oh, I don't know. She's probably traveling light.
Come now, Mr. Thurston. Surely you can do better than that. Would it be too much to ask where that door leads to?
Oh, that's my bathroom. We have every modern convenience here. Would you care to take a look at it?
I'd be obliged if you would open it for me.
With pleasure. You can take your hand out of your pocket. It won't be necessary to shoot anybody.
How disappointing. Do you think we could sit down? I'd like to talk to you.
By all means.
Diplomatically speaking, this is most irregular.
I quite agree.
We are enemies, Mr. Thurston, conducting a campaign against each other in a country which is friendly to us both.
Well, perhaps a shade more friendly to me than to you.
Of course, if you insist on breaking international law. But even that could be overlooked if...
If?
If you supplied me with an important piece of information. I'm in a position to insist, you know.
All right, what is it?
We believe that certain American and British officers are now on board an enemy submarine lurking off the coast. The camera you stole will, I'm convinced, tell me what I've got to know. I want that camera.
It's a bit awkward, you know. Seems to be a toss-up between my country and my neck.
My dear fellow, this has nothing to do with your country. It's a matter which concerns America.
I see. Oh, well, that puts an entirely different complexion on things. If I give you the camera, will you consider the interview closed?
More than that, I will forget that I've ever seen you.
Okay. It's a deal.
You're the first sensible Englishman I've ever met.
You know your way out, I think.
I expected that. Over-anxiety is a serious fault, Mr. Thurston.
Something wrong?
Something is very wrong. Please sit down. What happened to the film?
The film? Oh, I burnt it.
That's very foolish of you, isn't it?
It would have been even more foolish to leave it lying around.
Then we must rely on your memory, mustn't we? What was on that film?
I've quite forgotten.
I beg of you to remember. Please, Mr. Thurston, try to remember before I count 10.
That doesn't make sense, my dear sir. If you shoot me, you'll never find out.
Unless I find out very quickly, the knowledge is of no use to me. 1.
Why don't you ask the chap who took the photographs?
As you're well aware, your late friend, Mr. Murray, shot him. 2. Come along now, Thurston. What was on that film? A map, wasn't it?
That's right, a map.
A map of what?
I'm rotten at geography.
3.
Don't you think you're taking rather a risk with that thing? I've got a lot of pals around here, you know.
4. 5. You're halfway to death, Thurston.
While there's life, there's hope.
A typically silly English proverb. 6.
I seem to remember one that you might think not quite so silly.
7.
Something about an angel above bringing destruction to evil below.
8. 9. This is your last chance, Thurston.
Nice work, Kansas. Come on, let's get out of here. Wait a minute, you ought to have a coat.
Cute, isn't he? So long, handsome.
Come on. As dead as a doornail.
Yvette. He cannot trouble you anymore.
Good girl, Yvette.
The Boche on the motorcycle, he brought that.
Yeah, we'll read that later. We've got to get away. We'll take Muller's car. Come on, both of you.
No, I'm not going.
But don't you realize you just killed a man?
Oh, dear Boche, how can they suspect me? They do not even know me.
You're mad.
No, I want to stay here. I'm going to stay here. I want to go back to the cafe. I'll be safe there. Now go. Please go quickly.
All right, Yvette. Goodbye. Thank you for everything.
It's not goodbye, Yvette. We'll meet again one day. In Paris.
Oh, well.
Here's a torch. See if you can read that note.
My German's not too hot. What's Verdächtige?
Huh?
Verdächtige.
Oh, Verdächtige, suspicious.
Well, something about suspicious activities, Cap Azar. Police investigating.
That's the lonely house. Right. Now, let's see. Anything behind?
Not a thing.
Good.
Where are we going?
To the lonely house.
The primary objectives are Casablanca, Oran, Algiers.
They will not be the easiest to take, Mon General.
But they are the most important strategically.
And politically.
Are we agreed, then, that the initial landings will take place at the points indicated here?
Yes.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Herr Doctor, what's the matter? Didn't you get my message?
What message?
I dispatched her to give it to Schultz.
Schultz is dead.
Dead? But who's that?
Never mind. What was the message?
Police message. Lights seen flashing from the coast near Cap Azar. Police investigating.
Police? Lunatics, a lot of them.
Get me a car, a fast one. But your own car?
Thurston's taken it, you fool.
Yes, but where to, Herr Doctor?
To Cap Azar, of course.
Get me that car.
If this great enterprise succeeds, it will be with a minimum cost of life for your troops as well as ours.
God grant that it may succeed. I am confident that events will prove this meeting to be one of the historic moments of the world. We are thankful that nothing has occurred to prevent it, and we pray for your safe return. Our project depends upon it.
Gentlemen, we will drink to that.
What can I do for you?
You are the owner of the house.
No, he's inside with some guests.
It has been reported that illegal proceedings are taking place. I have orders to search every house in the district.
I'm sure Monsieur Brizet won't mind. Will you come in? I suppose you'll want to know who I am.
Yes, monsieur, please.
After all, I'm an alien, and you can't be too careful regarding aliens, you know.
Thank you, monsieur.
Which part of the house would you like to see first?
The lower rooms, please.
Very good. Will you come this way?
Si elle veut aller quelque part.
Mais non, j'attendrai.
Ah, more visitors.
Oh. A reunion party. We were all friends together in Paris. I hope you don't mind me showing the commissioner around.
Not at all. He is welcome.
Join us in a drink.
Thank you. No, I'm on official business. I must decline. Let's proceed to the next room.
Oh, the kitchen, oh yes, come on.
The law! Long live its defenders!
The law!
Long live the law!
La fanfare a défilé, nous avons bien rigolé. Where does this lead to?
To a sunroof.
I'll inspect it. Restez là.
Supposing they come down here, sir.
We're prepared for even that contingency.
Sounds like another car coming in.
Police.
Thank you, monsieur. I'm sorry I've troubled you.
Oh, that's okay. Good night.
We're going in.
How?
Like respectable citizens, through the front door. I'm sorry to intrude.
What do you want, please?
Can we come in? We've got to talk to you or whoever's in charge here.
It is very late and...
Let them come in. I'll attend to it.
Come in.
Your accent sounds familiar, young lady. Middle West, isn't it?
And yours is New York?
Washington.
I'm Susan Ann Foster, and this is Captain Thurston.
Look here, Mr... We don't quite know what this is all about, and it's none of our business anyhow, but I have a hunch that it's important, and the Germans mustn't be allowed to spoil things.
The Germans?
This was sent to Dr. Muller from the German Armistice Commission.
Where did you get this?
We pinched it, the same as we pinched Muller's car.
I see. Does Muller know about it?
If he's come to yet, he does.
Good work, son. You seem to have had a busy evening. Muller. Well, if the police make the right report, we're okay. If they don't...
Pardon, monsieur, but our visitors are ready to leave. Suzanne!
But I thought you were in jail.
Oh, my general has a bad habit of forgetting orders, especially if they're German orders.
Those were American uniforms I saw in there.
Oh, I don't know. All uniforms look pretty much alike.
Yes, of course.
Open up there! Police!
Hurry, inside. You two wait here. Leave this to me.
Monsieur, a group of German officials are at my headquarters. They propose to investigate this area themselves.
You mean they're likely to come here?
Oui, monsieur, to every house in the district. They will make a thorough search. They may even search the cellar. Monsieur? Mademoiselle?
Oh, hold on. Who's in charge of the party?
Dr. Müller.
Muller. You've got his car, haven't you?
Game of hide and seek, eh?
You'll have to keep them busy for at least an hour.
It's a piece of cake.
It's dynamite. I wouldn't let you take the risk unless it was vitally important.
We're proud to help.
You keep out of this, young lady.
Come on, we ought to be going.
Now, listen.
Don't you waste your breath on her. She comes from Kansas.
Hold on. If you get out of this in one piece, make for a field across the hills. It's easy enough to find. There's a mosque a few yards ahead of it. Got it?
Got it, sir.
We'll have some means or other of getting you away.
Thanks, we'll be there. That's our cue. Cheerio, sir.
Okay. Keep your eyes peeled.
As soon as they get round that bend, let me know.
Now.
There's my car. Overtake it.
They're getting closer. Step on it.
Catch it, at any cost.
to the next bend, I'm going to slow down. You've got to jump out.
Why?
Because I'm going to stage a car crash. Hop it.
I'm sorry, mademoiselle.
Oh, just a little longer, please. He'll be here. I know he will. He promised.
We have already waited so long. We might be here indefinitely.
I'm not going without him.
Mademoiselle, I have my orders.
Good to think we two helped a little. But I wish he could be here to share it with me.
Pardon, ma sœur. A gentleman is here asking for somebody he calls Kansas.
Hello, Kansas.
Hello.
You hear that? The Star-Spangled Banner. Doesn't it make you feel proud?
It's like the end of a movie. When you take my face in your hands, you put your nose within an inch of my nose, and the camera comes up in a great big close-up. We kiss, and they play God Save the King.